Hello, I am Greta.
And I'm Amelia, and we're from VG2 Engineering Lyceum, Vilnius, Lithuania, and we are taking part in this project, Universe, an Odyssey of Space and Time.
Our mission was to pick out various films about our planet, other planets, and space in general, and then we had to discuss about them, and we sorted them into two categories that have their own subcategories. This category is divided into two subcategories, the first one being science fiction. The two movies that fall into the science fiction subcategory are Moon and 2001: A Space Odyssey. Moon is a science fiction film about the very near future. In this near future, Lunar Industries has made a fortune after an oil crisis by building Sarang Station, a facility on the far side of the Moon, to mine the alternative fuel helium-3 from lunar soil. The facility is highly automated, requiring only a single human to maintain all of the machines. Sam Bell, a worker from Lunar Industries, is chosen for this task. His only companion is an AI named Gertie, who assists with the base's automation and provides comfort for him. 2 weeks before his return to Earth, Sam begins to suffer from hallucinations that eventually result in Sam's death.
2001: A Space Odyssey is a 1968 epic science fiction film. The film follows a voyage to Jupiter with a scientific computer hall after the discovery of a mysterious black monolith affecting human evolution. The film deals with themes of human evolution, technology, artificial intelligence. The film is noted for a scientifically accurate depiction of spaceflight, pioneering special effects, and ambitious imagery. The second group was composed of the two films that were based on true events.
One of the films is the newly released First Man. The film focuses on the life of the famous astronaut Neil Armstrong. It gives the viewers a glimpse into Armstrong's personal life as well as all of his missions to space, his most important one being the first man to walk on the moon.
The other film, Apollo 13, is about the aborted 90 and 70 Apollo 13 lunar mission. The film depicts astronauts aboard Apollo 13 for America's third moon landing mission. En route, an abort explosion deprives the spacecraft of most of its oxygen supply and electric power, forcing NASA flight controllers to abort moon landing and turning the mission into a struggle to get the three men home safely.
The second category we put our watched films into was documentaries. This category is then divided into three subcategories, the first one being short films. The Hubble Space Telescope was launched into low Earth orbit in 1990 and remains in operation. Although not the first space telescope, Hubble is one of the largest and most versatile, well known as both a vital research tool and a public relations boon for astronomy. Hubble has recorded some of the most detailed visible light images ever, allowing a deep view into space and time. Many Hubble observations have led to breakthroughs in astrophysics, such as determining the rate of expansion of the universe. Hubble is the only telescope designed to be serviced in space by astronauts. The short film, If I Die on Mars, is about Mars One program. If you haven't heard of it, it's a non-government organization in the Netherlands that wants to go conquer Mars by putting humans on the red planet, so that maybe one day, when our planet is completely in the bin, we can go live there. They plan to send the first 4 people there in 2026, followed by a fresh pair of human offerings every 2 years following that. Also, it's a one-way. They need $6 billion to finance the whole thing, and they're a little short, but some of the schemes to get funding include crowdsourcing and selling the rights to be made into reality TV.
The second group is scientific documentaries. We have chosen 2 films we think are the best and most interesting scientific documentaries. One of the films is about planet Earth, and the other one displays the search for life in space. A Beautiful Planet is a documentary film that explores Earth by showing footage that was recorded over the course of 50 months. The film shows some of the most notable cities worldwide lit up by nighttime sky glow, massive lightning storms, polar auroras. The search for life in space is a journey from the depths of the Pacific Ocean into the far reaches of space on a quest to find signs of life. The film takes audience from the surface of Mars and the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn to the extreme lava fields of Hawaii and the thermal vents depth within the sea. The search for life in space will make you examine such fundamental questions as where did it come from, how did we get here, and are we alone? The third group is historical documentaries. The Mercury 13 were 13 American women who, as part of the privately funded program, underwent the same physiological screening test as the astronauts selected by NASA on April 9, 1959 for Project Mercury. The term was coined by Hollywood producer James Cross as a comparison to the Mercury 7, a name given to the selected male astronauts. However, the Mercury 13 were not part of NASA astronauts program, never flew in space, and never met as a group.
At the heart of the Apollo space program was the team who worked in mission control. They were born against a backdrop of economic turmoil and global conflict, and they grew up in different settings, ranging from a rural household to the household of a miner's family. They ranged from kids straight out of college to those toughened by military service. The mission control team were setting out on what JFK called the most dangerous and greatest adventure upon which mankind has ever embarked. And through their testimony and the supporting voices of Apollo astronauts and modern NASA flight directors, the film takes the audience from the faltering start of the program through the Mercury and Gemini missions, the tragedy of the Apollo 1 fire, to the glories of the moon landings.
The Mars Generation is a film that follows a group of teens at NASA's space camp as they learn about the science and technology behind a trip to Mars. The Mars Generation is an American, internationally active, non-governmental, non-profit organization involved in public outreach and advocating for human space exploration and science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education.
All of the discussed films perfectly portray our interest in the possibility of signs of life in space,
and they let us better understand our own planet.